Hello everyone, xHedra here, bringing you episode 2 of Forever Stranded, a mud pack by Gaming with Sheridan. So as you saw last episode, we ended with finishing the wall and going in the ship to escape a blood moon. During which time I sifted through my whole stack of dust, which gave me 22 powered iron, which is going to be 5 iron. So once I have my furnace, I'm going to be set for creating my Shears and for starting the game seriously. So this is actually a very good start. And since I'd not gone through a blood moon in the beginning of the game yet, I didn't know that all the mob ends up disappearing because as you can see, I'm in the clear. There's no one outside the ship. They all ended up killing each other or dying at the end of the blood moon. So I'm going to go around quickly to collect some of the mob drop because that's always useful. Hopefully I would get some bones, but I guess that won't happen. So I'm going to show you what I was talking about, the wall. As you can see, the wall had the time to grow completely with one or two exceptions over there. So every day, first thing after sleeping off, you just go around and you collect your whole wall like this. You're going to lose a couple of cactus because they fall on top of each other, but mainly we're going to have, if I remember correctly, 3 stack and we're going to be replanting 1 stack. So I just go around like this and I collect the whole wall. And I already showed you my technique for planting it and how fast it goes. And I'm going to be able to start creating some serious dirt. I'm going to need some more wood though, and I'm going to need to continue with the quest because I need to get through the quest as fast as possible in order because it's the only way that you unlock the next one. So I'm done with taking down the wall, and you see I have more than 3 stacks, so I made my wall a bit bigger. But which means it's just going to go faster creating my dirt. So I can go around and place my whole wall back down like so, and we're going to be able to get into the rest of the quest. I'm going to take down maybe 3 or 4 trees to be able to create the missing I don't remember the name, but the things, how are they called? Let me just look up at the quest. I'm going to be creating the 3 missing oak barrel that I'm going to need 1 for my dirt and 2 for the quest. And I'm going to have enough cactus to be able to create what I need. Oh, also, through the night, I had to eat 2 of the apples to bring back my hunger as high as possible and give me some saturation to be able to survive through the night. That's maybe the biggest disadvantage of that going through that blood moon, is that now I'm behind on food. So my wall is replanted, but still there's gap here and there. We're going to finish the wall to make it 100% secure. But before we do that, like I said, let's continue creating the barrel so that we can get started on the wood. And the thing with the wood is that they still take time to compost. So you need to be on top of things and create them as soon as possible. Another fun thing with this pack is that we're able to create an apple tree. It's not that useful because of the fact that an apple tree is not going to be the only thing we can eat, but it's going to be one of the food in the rotation, so it's worth it. So see, derp, I just killed my last 2 apples. Great. So this is how I'm going to be refilling the oak barrels. Let me just create more. I'll turn all of this into it. And I want to keep 1 wood down. You'll see why later. And I'll create 4 more barrels, which is going to be recognized by the quest. Yeah. And I'm going to put them down, and I'm going to fill them in with cactus. And then we're going to go continue doing a couple of trees to prepare for the next quests. So let me do all of this. I also needed dirt water. It's crafted, guys. It's not something that you do through a special element. You just craft it. And here's my dirty water bottle, which I'm never going to use because it gives you a debuff that's not really good. Let me continue with this. And as you can see, my temperature info is gone. I'm going to put it back because I need to know when I need to go back in the ship. And like I said, I'm going to go through creating 1 or 2 more trees just to get some more wood just for the next quests. And I'm trying to get some apple back because I'm going to need some food. Also, one of the quests, let me get back to the quest mode book. These are the food quests, and to be able to move on the food quest, you need 5 silkworm. And from the 5 silkworm, you're going to need to cook them. So it's kind of you're stuck until you get 5 silkworm, but you're also stuck until you get your furnace, because without the furnace you can't cook the silkworm. So your furnace is really the one thing that's going to be blocking you from the rest of the progression, which is why dirt is going to be so important. So after that 1 tree, I'm going to go get my dirt. I'm going to turn in the quest, and we're going to talk about lives. And not only life, we're going to talk about how to get more hearts, because as you saw, we don't have a lot of hearts. And you know what? I'm not even going to collect the dirt. I'm just going to go in water. Oh, I'm still good. I'm just going to collect the dirt like I said I was going to do in the first place. And we're going to go cool down and sieve some dirt. Well, collect the quest first and then sieve some dirt for the pebbles. And if you guys are used to Sky Factory 2, or any of the Sky Factory basically, you're going to see that cobblestone is really not fun to begin with in this pack, because doesn't give you quite as, like, you need a lot more. Instead of being a 4x4 crafting 2x2 crafting recipe, it's a 3x3, which means 9. And you get 2 most of the time, sometimes 3, sometimes 4. So it's 9 to make 8 cobblestone, and we need 8 cobblestone, so we're going to need 72 small stones. I also call them pebbles because in another mod pack they're called pebbles. So it means 1 stack of 64 plus an extra 7. And we're also going to need another 36 to create the lava, but once we have the furnace, so many other things are going to unlock that we're not going to worry about it as much. And oh, I got started sifting immediately, but I forgot to show you something that was pretty important, which was turning in the quest. So let me just go through. I need to go get another mesh anyway. So let me click this, start more. We'll create the mesh, and we'll turn in the quest this time with the dirt instead of sieving it all. The quest is going to give it back to us, but then I can show you how to get more hearts. So now that I have all of my dirt, let's turn in the quest. Quest, basic survival, drinking dirt, and I'm going to turn in 4 dirt, but I'm going to get 5 more and a lifeblood crystal, which I'm going to use immediately. And look at my bottom left, I'm going to go from 4 to 5 heart. And you're going to get more of those as you complete quests, and they're going to be very important because we're going to want to start adventuring at some point. And now, as you can see, I've unlocked the infested, but I can't do that until I have shears, which means dirt, which means my furnace. But I've unlocked the need water, and water is important in the pack, so I'm going to get started with an Oak Crucible, and that's why I'd kept one of those, because I need one of them to make an Oak Crucible. And I'm going to show you for the Oak Crucible, you need 4 cactus to make water. And when I told you that there was what I think is something incomplete in the pack, is that the water that the Oak Crucible gives you is pure water. So you're fine drinking that directly. And I don't think it was intended that way, because it makes the filters and the canteen and everything else regarding water kind of useless. I forgot my mesh. Let me go create my mesh. I'm going to create another mesh. I'm going to sift some more dirt, because anyway, at this point, I still don't have my cactus walls not back up. But like I said, it's a pretty fast process, and I'll be able to harvest it once more before the end of the night. So let me sift through my dirt again. And is this a joke? A second blood moon in a row. So at least we know it's not that dangerous. My only problem is that now I have nothing to sieve. So this is really not ideal, as I'll have to just waste my time through the night. I'll just sieve this. Oh, although I still have my my sand, so I guess I'll have another fast forward section where I'll just hammer down all of my sand that I have and turn it into by turning it into dust and then sieving it and getting more material. And this is a really funny start, and it's making me change my mind on controlling the nighttime and actually sieving through the night, because I'm getting all of the materials that I need. So if I had more cactus, I'd be able to create more dirt, and probably finish this night having my furnace, but this is not going to be the case for now. I'm not going to be able to get enough dirt because I don't have the cactus for it. My only worry now is going to be hunger, because if I'm not producing more food, I might die from hunger before I die from overeating. And the beauty of night is that you don't have to control your temperature all that much. So I've gone through all of that I could, and see, I'm at 59. I'm so close. I'm basically 8 stone away. And with 20 sapling and the 9 rotten flesh, and let's try it. You know what? There's no pain, no gain. So let's try and see if we can get everything that we need to get our furnace. So I'll do this and a third one, and that's going to still be, oh, I have enough sapling outside. I have those 2 trees to grow, so I'm going to be safe on sapling. So I'm going to use all 9 of my saplings. Oh, it's only 8 saplings. Oh, that's even better. And I'm going to sieve all that dirt, so I'm going to keep you guys with me instead of fast forwarding for now. And while I'm waiting, I might as well do something useful. So I'm going to start hammering down that sand like I told you I would be doing. I'm just going to put it down like this. And later on, once we have cobble, the real beginning of getting material is going to be compress hammer and compress cobblestone. Let me turn that mob sound down a bit. It's really annoying me. Options, music and sound. Oh, it's already down. Let's lower it down even more, just for the night, since we're not going outside. It's not going to be dangerous. And some more. And I think that my dirt is ready. So after that, I'll just finish what I had taken sand-wise, and we'll go with the dirt. And hopefully, we're going to get our furnace on the 3rd night, which would be great for the progression, and is going to make this beginning much easier. And it's the proof that hardcore can be started and be done really easy. Don't open the door by mistake. I've done that once, and it's instant death. If you hit the paddle and open the door, you're dead. Mobs are going to go through. So let's see if that gives me enough. Hopefully it will, and we're going to have a great start. 62, 64 and 2. This is looking promising, guys. 64 and 5. Oh, we're sure that we're going to get our furnace, which is amazing. And we have our furnace. I didn't even need that dirt, but we're going to need the extra anyway. So now, for the first time as a start, because of 2 blood moon, I end up getting my furnace on the 3rd night, which is amazing. So I'm going to create the furnace, and because of the sieving the day before, I even have what I need to create my shears. So let me just create some charcoal, because that's way more efficient, and with the little amount of wood that I have, I'm going to need to be a bit more efficient. And I'm going to end whatever I'm not using. Ooh, go! I wasted some charcoal. Some wood, I mean. I'm going to get one more charcoal and pump in the iron immediately. Boom, done. I'm going to put this away, and I'm going to go sieve the dust while I'm waiting, because, again, you can't waste any time in this mod pack. So what we're going to be wanting to work toward next is a cobblestone generator. Let me show you guys. Cobblestone. We could do the cobble, lava and water, and we're going to do it to get some cobble, but it's really inefficient, and it's all about time management here. So let's look into this. It's a very easy recipe. All you need is 6 cobbles, a lava bucket, a water bucket, and a glass, which is why now our next priority is getting 6 iron to be able to create the 2 bucket, because it doesn't work with the clay buckets. So hopefully I'm already cooking 5 irons, 2 for the shears, so I have already 3 for one of the buckets, so I only need 3 more, which means 12 iron dust. And with the amount of dust and sand that I have, that shouldn't be a problem. So I'm going to just go through fast forward here so that you don't have to watch me sieving all the dust, but for the rest of the night, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be sieving all of the sand and all of the dust and transforming more sand into dust, and I'm going to try and get everything that I need to finish. Have everything ready for my cobblestone generator, and I will be back with you at the end of the night. So we're back, and again, all of the mobs died, and if you're looking at the rewind, you'll see them dying left and right. So I don't know if that's a bug or if it's a feature. It looks more like a bug to me, because it would make the game so much easier, because now you don't need to sleep through the night. And but that's it. So I was able to sieve some more, create some more dust, and get to a point where I have my shears. Unfortunately, I didn't infest a tree, so I won't be able to get started on the armor immediately, but boom, like I said, we have our shears, and all we have to do now is to infest one tree and get the material necessary to be able to get started on the armor. So I'm going to get my next tree started, and I'm going to infest it. And I really don't want to attack that large tree on camera, but I might have to at some point, because it's ridiculous, and I'll just do another fast forward. So I'm going to go and collect my wall. Like I said, every first thing in the morning you have to collect your wall so that you can get started in the next day. And we need, although dirt is no longer that critical, I still want to get it, because we still need the 36 small stone to create lava for the crucible, and water and everything else that we're going to need to create. You're going to see this is going to become a pretty automated process. I have some plans for setting up automation, and the way I like playing these mod pack is I like to go through the quest, and I like automating every single step, so that when you get to needing something, you have as much of it as you need. And usually setting up the automation is not that hard. Maybe it's a bit tricky, but it's really never that hard. And hopefully you'll learn ways of automating things that you didn't know about, and you'll find some easy ways of automating it, and you'll be able to teach me things in the comment, which would be great, because I like the sharing of Minecraft, and I like when people share their tips and tricks. As long as it's positive, I'm always up for that. And perfect, I'm at the beginning of my wall, and let's go back the other way around. And like I said, I wanted to make my wall foolproof, but there was no point making the wall foolproof until I had torches, because if you don't have torches, the mobs are just going to spawn inside your base, so that's not going to be very helpful. But now that we have our furnace, this should be the next step we're going to get toward very soon. Let me take down a part of this tree just so that I get the wood. Anyway, we're still waiting for the other tree's infestation to complete. And oh, I had another coarse dirt given to me by the quest. I'm still going to use that for the time being, and I'm going to put a second tree right next to it so that I infest more faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the 5th spot, I'll put one right here and grow it, and perfect. And oh no, this is not good. So the reason I'm saying this is not good is that now I don't have a choice. I need to take down that tree as much as possible because I don't have any more, and I don't have a crook. I left it inside. I don't have any more any more sapling, and that would be game over immediately. So let me get another compressed crook because I'm too lazy to go get the one I have inside. I hate this bug. And now that I have it, oh, let's not lose the shears. And now that I have it, I'll just make sure that I have more saplings because I'm afraid that this tree is going to infect the other. I don't want to take any chances. And you can see how beautiful the compressed crook is. It goes through the leaf so fast. It's making everything much easier. And let's bring it 2 across. Let's climb up. Let's continue taking down the tree. Again, I'm going to get close to overheating, but it's not going to matter. So I'm going to do a second fast forward through that episode while I'm finishing taking down that tree. So hello everyone, like I said, as you've seen, I've cleaned up the whole tree and I've done some housekeeping around the base, and now I'm going to sleep because that was the last apples I could eat. Now I have diminishing return, and from now on I need new food source. That's going to be my next emergency. And I have everything in place to do it, and that's what we're going to get started on with the next episode. So I'm going to go to sleep and we're going to continue tomorrow with the next episode, episode 3 of Forever Stranded. See you guys. Have a good night.